Well, welcome everyone to the first lecture, the first mini lecture capsule, we might call it. I'm really just going to give you a couple of minutes, a little bit of further background. We already talked about who the characters were before we started watching the opera, but I'll give you just a little bit of background just to test the system, and so I can see that you're able to watch the videos and that it's all working. So this opera appeared in the Romantic period, in the late Romantic period. So in late Romanticism, there are two kind of opposing trends, or maybe two trends that balance each other out. One is realism. These operas are no longer about the larger than life characters of mythology, kings or the gods of ancient mythology, or the kings and queens of ancient history. We heard an aria, When I Am Laid in Earth, sung by Dido, who was queen of Carthage and in Egypt. And her lover was Aeneas, a Trojan warrior. Well, these aren't these kinds of characters. These are everyday people, really nobodies. Don Jose, Micaela. They're just average Spaniards who don't really have any claim to fame, let alone the gypsy characters, the Romani characters who live on the outskirts of society. They're real unknowns. Of course, Carmen is famous among them, but otherwise, these are everyday people, and it even goes to so far as to include some of the grittier, we're going to call the gritty details of real life, the dusty soldiers, the kind of dirty street urchin, poor children who come and ruffians kind of bothering the soldiers, and and of course the cigarette factory workers. It's always a shock to my students when I tell them that it's going to be set amid a cigarette factory. But on the other hand, balancing this out is exotic color. So the fact that it is set in Spain in the first place would have made it very colorful, very evocative to the French audiences who first saw it. Why did they think of Spain as being especially exotic? Because Spain really is unlike any other country in Eastern or Western Europe in terms of its cultural heritage. For 700 years, it was a Muslim country in which Christians, Jews, and Muslims were allowed to live essentially side by side, intermingling and sharing many things, including Arabic culture. The reason we have Arabic numerals today is because of this presence. We use Arabic mathematics, algebra, that's an Arabic word. Many of our Greek philosophers, Plato, Aristotle, would have all been forgotten because the Greek is lost, but Arabic translations had survived, and so that scholarship made its way into the West. Anyway, Seville was in the heart of that area, in the south of Spain, in Andalusia, which is itself an Arabic word, and so again, just the setting would have given it this exotic kind of almost other kind of quality, and it's really left its stamp on this area of Spain. There are many elements of Arabic architecture throughout. This is the famous Palace Alhambra. So a very colorful setting for this it turns out, colorful opera, or we might say an opera with a very colorful character, Carmen. That is all for today. So just hop over to quizzes, and there are a few questions I'll ask you about, again, just to test the system. I hope it's working for you. Contact me as soon as you can if it's not. If you have technical problems that are more computer related, do call the help desk first at 831-7500, 831-7500. Otherwise, hope you have a good week. Welcome back.